Hello everyone, this is Science speaking. In this opportunity, I would like to present my final project report entitled Morse Code. So, in my project, I have 4 parts that I will present it in this opportunity, and it's not far from the previous explanation, which is the planning for the final project. So the report will be discussed about the introduction, scenario overview, flowchart, and conclusions. We already discussed the introduction in the past, and then later we want to continue in the scenario overview. And in this scenario overview, it has the different steps that I did in my project, which also caused the modification of the flowchart. And I will also give the demonstration after the flowchart and before the conclusions. Okay, let's continue. Okay, we already discussed about it, and I would like to give the brief review of the Morse code. So the Morse code usually used in the marine industry. Okay, this one is the existing program that I use this one as my reference, and I gave the modification for my own program. So the scenario will be the alphabet as the input. In the programming process, it will extract from the alphabet, become the code, and then the code will be extracted, then will be displayed. At first, I plan to make the wave code extracted on the front panel, but I did not succeed to make it. But I changed from this part become the output as the audio output. Other than that, I also programmed the opposite of the previous scenario. So at first the alphabet become the code, then I also design from the code as the input and the alphabet as the output. The flowchart, it has 2 flowcharts. The first one is like this, we can see here. Start, then read the space, read the characters or message, and then it will take the symbols. It has many symbols, dot, dash, space or slash. Then it can generate the Morse code message. Then after the code gathered, then the message will be sent to the dialog box. Other than that, it all in the same time the sound will also beeping, following the Morse code that already generated. If the character is the last character, so the program will be ended. And this one is the flowchart of the Morse code to the alphabet. So from here it's almost the same, but at the beginning it read the dot, dash, and slash, and then take an alphabet and then arrange it and then send to the dialog box. And if the last symbol gathered, it will be ended. It will be the end of the program. This is the front panel. I made the tab function, so it has 2 programs. First program is alphabet to Morse code, and the second program is the Morse code to the alphabet. We just need to input the alphabet here, we can write or type the sentence, then the Morse code will be shown. And this display dialog is to how to say, to give the overview of the alphabet or of the Morse code, that following the beeping of the audio. So when it's beeping, it will show which symbol that it's now beeping. Okay, the second one is the Morse code input and the alphabet. Later we can try the program. Okay, the block diagram we can see here, uh, the type function, and then almost all of the program the teacher already uh, gave us the explanation, except some of these function, but actually this function is not really in an crucial or a really new program, so I will not discuss this in detail, but we can recognize from here, this one is the Morse code. So dot dash is A, and dash dot 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 is B, and dash dot is C. So this is the input, sorry, this is the library. So when we give the input, it can do the whole process, and it can select which one of the alphabet and which one of the Morse code which match or fit to the input, and then if the true or false, then what they need to do, and finally the output will be the Morse code. And not only the Morse code in the symbols, but also in the audio output. Later we can see in detail. Okay, the block diagram, the second block diagram, we can see here the input is Morse code input, and the output is the alphabet. It's almost the same, the difference only some of the symbols, some of the function, I mean. Okay, before we arrive to the conclusion, let us try the program. Okay, I use this sentence because this sentence has the letter from A to Z, so it can be checked that the program is succeed or not. Okay, let us try. Okay, something wrong here. Okay. Okay, and let us try. Yeah. Okay, let's continue to the program of Morse code to the alphabet. Let me try this one, and let's see the alphabet of this Morse code. Okay, the second program also succeed. Then we can check to the block diagram from the alphabet to Morse code. It has, as I said before, it has a true and false function, so the program can be seen like this. Other than that, the beeping or the audio output, it set depends on the symbol dot or dash or slash or space. So I control the frequency and also the timing or the duration of the audio. Okay, and this is the dialog block diagram. Okay, this is the second program. It uses while loop. Okay, then let's continue to the conclusion. Thankfully, the final project has been finished with the unexpected result. At first, I planned to make the sine or binary waves as the input of the final project, but sadly, I didn't succeed to make it. But thankfully, I still can make the audio output. So it means this program can uh, translate or transfer the alphabet to the Morse code, and at the same time the audio will also beeping as the output. Other than that, the Morse code to the alphabet program also can be used in the real application. And if we have more time or more opportunity, or if someone else interested to develop this program, the next step development will be taking audio as the input. So from the audio, then it can generate the alphabet or the Morse code in the symbol term. I think that's all from my presentation. I'm sorry for all of my mistakes. Thank you very much for your attention.